Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sakari Pesonen. I will be talking to you today about leading with data. I work with the company Fira Smart Services. Fira Smart Services, or Fira Smart as it's called among friends, is part of Fira Group. Fira Group is about 250 million revenue company, and it's probably better known for its construction, Fira Construction and Living. So this Fira Construction and Living is our sister company, and actually our position is pretty unique because whenever in Fira Smart we are developing new digital tools or practices, we can always test and develop these in collaboration with Fira Construction and Living. So that's why we can pretty much guarantee our customers that our products are really working in real life and they are made by builders for the builders. And that's why I'm smiling in the picture. The construction industry is under heavy transformation at the moment. Unfortunately, the project thinking is still the main driving force in our industry. Many companies believe that the projects should be independent and that the project management should be allowed to decide themselves how to run the project or do the business. If you think about yourself in a general superintendent shoes, it makes a lot of sense to make sure that you get all these valuable materials on site early as possible so that you know they are there. But that unfortunately means large batches, which is not good. So yeah, this type of intuitive thinking always sounds good, but we can say that road to hell is paved with good intentions. A statement was made on this event's webpage that we will talk and explore today technologies that improve construction productivity by 20 to 50%. I agree with this statement, but I would simultaneously like to challenge it a little bit. The topic of my presentation was leading with data at the center of all lean activities. And I actually believe that it's not the technology per se that will give us this productivity leap, but it's the lean construction principles that makes that productivity. But unfortunately, in the past, we have been trying to deploy lean construction principles many times, and almost as many times it has failed. I'm not going to go deep to the root causes why it fails, but now today we have available technology that actually will enable us to genuinely deploy lean principles, and that way we will get these productivity increases shown here. Industrialized construction has been on everybody's lips lately, and often when we talk about industrialized construction, somebody mentions factories or compares construction sites to factories. I understand this, but I'm not big fan of analogy factories, construction sites. I often tell our customers to think about construction sites or compare them with fast food joints and compare restaurant managers with general superintendents on site. Some people think this is some kind of decreasing construction sites, but I think it's totally the opposite, because when I look at the fast food joints, I see very efficient facilities with typically high profitability. They are able to produce standard quality every single time, and what's even more important is they are able to utilize young people as workforce, people with low skill set, and make them, flawless part of the system very quickly and turn them into efficient workforce. So I think it's not decreasing, it's the opposite, praising, I would say. So you already know that I'm not a big fan of project thinking. When we are having this new technology available, like we are able to move to the process world. And yeah, the process thinking is definitely the way to increase productivity. And if I have any general contractors in the audience, I would like you to especially pay attention to this part, reduced lead time. Lead time, or the duration of the project, in my mind, is the most important KPI of general contractor. It will tell you so much about the company's efficiency. Like if you have two companies, company A can execute a standard project in 12 months, and the other company, company B, can do it in 14 months. It tells us that the company A is definitely more efficient and practicing better business. Also, it's good to understand that in order to really utilize offsite manufacturing or pre-manufactured products, you gotta be able to do process thinking in your business. If you try to introduce offsite manufacturing to a project world, kind of like a chaotic world, you won't get the same benefits out of it what you will get when your production is process driven. This is actually a good example of this is Fira Construction residential division, which is utilizing pre-manufactured bathroom elements in their production, and they have actually abandoned the projects pretty much. So they are focusing on the production and the production flow, as you can see in this picture. The production flows through the projects. So the primary thing is the production, and the secondary thing is the project. And they have a couple of really good examples of what this type of thinking can do. For instance, the Keinolauta project. Okay, then leading with data. How can you do it? In order to lead with data, you need data. And to get data, you need management practices that produce data. And I want to remind you about that fast food joint example. You as a general contractor, you are responsible of introducing your employees, your site management, these systems, how to work and what type of tools to use. So we want to introduce them system where lean construction principles are inbuilt, and same time we want also introduce them comprehensive instructions and training to this system. We also want to introduce them state-of-the-art digital tools, because the fact is that if they don't like the tools, if they don't feel that these tools are built for them, they won't use them. So it's an uphill battle, and this is a very sensitive and complex set of things you have to consider. Fortunately, we in Fira Smart have this figured out, so we can help you if needed. And once you get the data, you can start improving your situational awareness. Business intelligence reports are widely known around the world, but we don't have a really good specific word for this in construction industry. Some people talk about dashboards, snapshot, data-driven management, and so on. We in Fira Smart, we have started to call these construction intelligent reports. It's kind of a joke, but I like it still. And these construction intelligence reports are typically provided first to the company middle and upper management, because again, they are responsible of explaining and deciding the system and making sure it is followed in the projects. I'm going to give you one example of our services, how our customers can deploy lean principles with the help of technology. So typically it starts with the customer approaching us and telling that, yeah, hey, how can we improve our production? And we have to consider where to start from. There's a lot of good options like quality, conditions, safety, etc. But we often recommend the client to start from schedule management. Schedule management in our mind is the priority number one, and it's the most important thing for the general contractor. So we have a state-of-the-art software, SiteDrive, for scheduling and production management. And we also have the instructions, not just to how to use the software technically, but also practically how to create phase schedules, how to create weekly schedules, and so on. Then the data is collected and structured in a Fira Smart database, and then the construction intelligence reports are created typically for the middle and upper management in the company first. And this bundle here gives a good starting point for the customer, and it almost creates like a continuous learning circle. Down here we have plan do, where the data is created, and then up here we have checked act part, where the middle and upper management is making sure the operating system is followed and the expected outcomes are seen. Here's another slide about the same thing. So this is the instruction how to run your fast food joint. So basically it's a mass customized bundle for general contractors and superintendents about schedule management. So we have the software, and the client needs different type of schedules. Typically, if the general contractor is responsible of design phase, they need a design schedule, they need procurement schedule, they also need the master schedule, which is typically attached to the general contract agreement. And the most important part is the phase and weekly scheduling, where we can utilize either last planner system, which is probably the best known in construction industry, or tagged production, which is quite a buzzword at the moment, but it's definitely interesting. So either way, or combination of these two schedules are created. Then all the stakeholders are involved into the process. We know from Lean that people are key players in the process, and we want to get them involved, and we want to get their know-how into our use. And I mentioned the comprehensive instructions already, which is a must. And the last is the construction intelligence reports down here. I have here an example. We actually distribute these construction intelligence reports to our clients through SiteDrive. So it has actually dual role, scheduling and production management, and then a place where the situational awareness construction intelligence reports are reviewed. Right, so here's one bundle for schedule management ready to take to use. This is my last slide. I want to remind you about my key points here. So you will get the productivity leap through lean construction principles, and we have available technology that will now at last help you to deploy them into your production, and we will also help you with that. Then the construction sites should be compared to fast food joints, and you need management practices that produce data. And once the data is available, then you can start managing your production or lead your production with data. And there your tool is construction intelligence reports in different forms. Thank you. If you have afterwards any questions, I would love to answer them. Thank you. Bye.